taking into the Shelby County Jail. Investigators say Summers pulled away, broke free, and ran while being handcuffed during that handoff. K-9 units, drone operators, and command staff responded to help search the medical district, but Summer was not immediately located. Remains found in Paris, Tennessee, identified as a man reported missing in September 2025. According to the Henry County Sheriff's Office, the remains were discovered on February 14th in the area of Ryson Street and Jack Younger Lane in Paris. The medical examiner says those remains have been identified as William Billy Lynn. He went missing in September of 2025, but authorities say flooding conditions in the area made the search difficult. The Henry County Sheriff's Office believes no foul play is involved. More news in 30 seconds.
Aging well means staying healthy, active, and independent. To age well, we need to take care of our bones. 10 million Americans have osteoporosis, a hereditary disease that makes bones weak and more likely to break. Thankfully, we can all take simple steps to improve our bone health at any age. Eat a healthy diet that is rich in calcium and vitamin D. Get regular weight-bearing exercise, which means on our feet. Get bone health tips at pathtogoodbonehealth.org.
Wilson County native Barry Wilmore, a retired NASA astronaut, has ended his short bid for Tennessee governor after voting records showed he recently lived and voted in Texas due to his work. That disqualifies him according to the state constitution. The provision states to run for governor, you have to be a citizen of the state for 7 years before the election. The qualifying deadline to run for statewide office is March 10th. Will Dudley, Access Tennessee News.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit recyclerightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you. That's recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, it's all on you. Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
For all my vintage lovers out there, I've got a room for you. This is Jennifer at Steers Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. So if you love looking through some old items, I have a place just for you to shop. If you like to go bougie, I've got a boutique room for you also. We've got many different rooms here in our store to check out, have fun, and shop through. Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Join me, Speedy, Adler, and Greg for the Rick Burgess Show on WGNS.
The Rick Burgess Show, weekdays 11 to 2 on News Radio WGNS.
When illness or injury turns everyday moments into uphill battles, there are medical professionals who step in with skill, compassion, and unwavering dedication. My name is Joey P. I'm CEO of Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and we are proud to highlight this month's MMC Heart for Healing recipient.
We recognize Dr. Sean Horowitz, a surgeon at MMC, whose reputation is built on as much his heart as it is his hands. Dr. Horowitz makes every patient feel like his priority. Whether performing complex robotic surgery or providing life-changing breast care, he combines elite technical precision with a rare, compassionate touch that truly defines him. Dr. Sean Horowitz, our MMC Heart for Healing.
If a doctor, nurse, or medical professional has made a difference in your life, tell WGNS. Help us recognize the medical heroes in our community by nominating them for the MMC Heart for Healing Award, and help us recognize the medical heroes in our community.
We're News Radio WGNS 100.5, 101.9, 1450. Online and on your phone at WGNSradio.com. FM 1019, FM 100.5, WGNSradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network. We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at WGNSradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to Rutherford Issues here on News Radio WGNS. Glad you've decided to join us here this morning. We've got a little fog this morning. Got us rolling, huh? And pretty nice weekend, though, wouldn't you think? I mean, who can complain about well, we did have some rain, right? But yesterday was nice. A little chillier than I thought it was going to be. Maybe it just felt that way. We've got some big things to talk about in terms of the weather. We're a couple of days away from really our first substantial, and it's let me just finish that part of it. First substantial chance at some severe weather, but it's a little bit on the conditional side. We'll see how models come into agreement on some of that here, but we're going to look at some of that coming up here in just a couple of moments here on the show. It was good seeing Jimmy Borndame this morning, MTSU tennis head coach. Lots of interesting things to talk about. Working on getting that podcast up for you. So you'll be able to take a look at that. Watch, listen if you missed it. Came in maybe a bit late and you thought, gosh, darn it, there's another radio show that I missed, and it sounded like it was a lot of fun, a lot of good things to talk about, and then you missed it. Well, we podcast everything. So everything goes up on the website. Of course, it's on YouTube as well, Roundtable and Rutherford Issues, on a regular basis. So you can catch those. If you missed some of our weekend shows, Sunday evening shows, got the chance to go back, take a look at the archives. So yeah, we've got you covered there. Don't fret. It's all good. Lots of sports. It's been a busy sports weekend, and that's going to continue this week with lots and lots and lots of basketball. It's a crazy busy week, but we'll have you covered. Do want to make mention that this morning we are coming to you from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios. If you're watching on Big GTV, you're just watching me pull that up here, aren't you? Trying to sneak it in. I can't get anything past our Big GTV viewers. Middle Tennessee Electric wants you to know that there's a way to keep in the loop. Do you want to stay in the loop, in the know? If you'll head over to mte.com and update your contact info so that you can get timely alerts on outages, on billing, and much more. mte.com. Stop on by there. If you changed your email or your phone number, gosh, if you've had service as long as I have, I had a landline back in the day when I first started. So, got to be watchful for all of that. Want to make sure that we tell you about our daily winners today. John Mitchell is the SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day. He does so much for the community with the American Red Cross and always does for others. John Mitchell today over at the American Red Cross is getting a free drink of his choice from 7 Brew Drive-Thru Coffee here in Murfreesboro, also in Smyrna and in Laverne. Today's Good Neighbor Moment brought to you by SRM Concrete. They're locally grown, they're nationally known, and they stay committed to the folks who make Rutherford County such a special place to live. John Mitchell, today's Good Neighbor of the Day. Would you like to help us make someone that you know the next Good Neighbor of the Day? Well, you can text the word neighbor to 615-893-1450. 615-893-1450. When you do that, you'll get a link from us. Just tap on that link, fill out the information, click submit, and you're done pretty much lickety split from there. Okay? WGNSradio.com/goodneighbor gets it to us here as well. Birthday club. That would be Ivory Butler. Ivory is one of the many names that we had. Well, few names. We had quite a few this morning. Not as many as normal on a March 9th, but maybe there aren't that many March 9th birthdays out there. We do it each weekday morning. We announce everybody's name on the air, and somebody walks away the winner of banana pudding. And it's Ivory Butler today who is our winner. Ivory, happy birthday. Banana pudding from Slick Pig. Not a better way to celebrate. Slick Pig's open every Tuesday through Saturday over at 1920 East Main, right here in Murfreesboro. Well, right now we've got about 14 minutes here after the hour, and I believe it's time to check on some money news.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
Prices at the pump continue to spike due to the war with Iran. AAA says the cost of a gallon of regular unleaded gas has jumped nearly 27 cents compared to last week. The head of the U.S. Postal Service warns it could run out of money in a year if Congress doesn't step in. Postmaster General David Steiner told the Associated Press lawmakers should lift the agency's $15 billion borrowing limit. And Six Flags is selling 7 sites to real estate investment firm EPR Properties for $331 million. The amusement park operator says it wants to focus on its remaining 34 parks in North America. I'm Jesse Mitchell.
Thanks, Jesse, for the update. Another down day. Right now, the Dow dropping over 700 points in early trading as stagflation fears grow, with oil soaring above $100 per barrel. Right now, it's settling down a bit, but the Dow is down by over 413 points at the moment, 47,088. S&P is down 37, 6702. NASDAQ is down 49, 22, 3. 38.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Our coverage on Big G TV is made possible by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, offering over 20 specialties, several locations, and more than 900 associates dedicated to your health for quality care that fits your life. Choose MMC.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, we're going to take a look at our Rutherford weather radar here in just a couple of moments. But right now, outside the palatial studios of WGNS, it's a 60, I think we're close, 61 at the Murfreesboro Airport, 59 at the Smyrna Airport, and we have some changes to talk about in terms of what we've got weather-wise. So we're keeping an eye on Wednesday for you right now. Let's get your forecast.
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see a few spotty showers and thunderstorms possible late this afternoon. Otherwise, partial sunshine develops with a high in the mid-70s. We'll have winds out of the southwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. Then for tonight, a chance for showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 62. Tuesday, another chance for rain and storms, cloudy, high of 79 degrees. Wednesday, we'll have a chance for some rain showers here late, cloudy, a high of 79. Thursday, slight chance for rain, high of 56. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Thank you, Jennifer, for the update there at the Rutherford County Courthouse. Looking pretty cloudy out there, isn't it? Check of our Rutherford weather radar. Not showing anything here in Middle Tennessee at the moment. Take a look at the composite. Yeah, nothing really anywhere close. Maybe a few showers in Memphis, things of that nature. But nothing at the current time. This is today's thunderstorm outlook. We could have a thunderstorm. Yeah, there is a small risk of a thunderstorm today. Just a very small chance. Tomorrow, got about a 50-50 shot at storms, but those storms are going to be, in the general range. We're not outlooked. They are up in Clarksville and out to the west, and tomorrow, pretty big severe weather day possible up in the Midwest. But then it's on Wednesday that we are kind of in the bullseye. Storms mainly in the afternoon. We're going to soar to about 79. Would not be out of the question to get to 80 degrees. And then we got a cold front that's going to punch through. The National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center putting out information now about the possibility of short-lived and or isolated intense storms on Wednesday, bringing heavy rain, damaging winds, and large hail. Now, we haven't broken down the risk, not we. The Storm Prediction Center has not broken down the risk in terms of what we're highlighted for in this level 2 out of 5. Find more out about that tomorrow, and we'll be able to share some details. Maybe look for a video at some point tomorrow on Rutherford Weather about this. We gave you a heads up yesterday that this was kind of out there, and this is a day 3 categorical look at severe weather. And what does that mean? I mean, day 3, we're not going to get the breakdown of what percent tornadoes, wind, hail, just our probabilistic, and it is a level 2 out of 5, slight risk. Okay, and that goes from Texas and Louisiana all the way up into Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas. So, not Georgia, Alabama and Mississippi, Arkansas. So it's a pretty widespread situation. We're going to keep an eye on it for you and keep you updated on this level 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe weather. There is the National Weather Service in Nashville mentioning a low-end tornado threat with storms that could become discrete, which means they would be out ahead of that line of storms. So we'll keep an eye on those situations for you, give you a much more detailed update tomorrow once our short-term modeling comes in, and that'll help us with that. So we're going to keep our ears tuned, right? We're going to stay kind of close to a source of weather, whatever that might be, and Rutherford Weather. We'll be doing a video probably sometime tomorrow afternoon to get you updated on that. So like, subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you're informed about what's happening with local Rutherford County weather. If it's affecting Rutherford County, Tennessee, we're telling you about it now on Rutherford Weather, RutherfordWX.com. That stands for Rutherford Weather. Facebook, X, and also YouTube. YouTube is a good place to, if it were me, what I would do is I would pick one, I would pick 2. Okay, so Facebook, X, or even Instagram for post and text, right? Or information. And then YouTube, because you can watch from any screen. From your phone, your laptop, your iPad, any tablet, and your television. So that way you'll be able to see radar. We've got expert analysis. We've got live cameras, all of that. So we're going to share that with you in severe and impactful weather. And of course, we're on WGNS during any warnings to keep you informed 24/7 on the latest Rutherford County weather.
FM 1019, FM 100.5, WGNSradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network. Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
Well, time for us to check on the news from CBS. Dalton's got your Rutherford Roundup coming up here straight ahead for you as well. So stay with us here on the Big G, WGNS, talking about the Center for the Arts a bit later on in the program.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. There's sticker shock at the gas pump.
I'm paying $40, but that doesn't get me a full tank anymore.
She's in Los Angeles, where the average price is $5.20 a gallon. Nationally, AAA says it's now $3.48. Oil is above $100 a barrel for the first time in 4 years as the war in Iran goes on. CBS's Aaron Navarro.
The White House has tried to say that the spike is temporary. The president called it a, quote, small price to pay. And in a reaction to oil today reaching over over $100 a barrel. A White House spokesperson said they are in, quote, constant coordination with the relevant agencies on this. They said that there is a game plan to keep energy markets stable, that they offered no further details on that, and said they would continue to review all credible options.
The new supreme leader in Iran is the son of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was killed in the early days of the war. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
I think we are all seeing right now the threat that this clerical regime poses to the region and to the world. They are trying to hold the world hostage. They are attacking their neighbors. They are attacking neighboring countries, their energy infrastructure, their civilian population. They're attacking embassies.
We're learning more about the explosive devices that were hurled during a demonstration over the weekend outside New York City's Gracie Mansion, where the mayor, Zoran Mamdani, lives.
Two men, Amir Balat and Ibrahim Qayyumi, traveled from Pennsylvania and attempted to bring violence to New York City. They are suspected of coming here to commit an act of terrorism.
As the partial government shutdown drags on, TSA staffing issues are turning up at some airports. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
The word of the day for flyers is now uncertainty. Uncertainty about what you're going to find when you get to the airport checkpoint. In some cases, you're going to be there for quite a while. Why is this happening? This week, TSA officers are missing a paycheck because of the ongoing partial government shutdown, and they don't know when they'll be paid again.
On the Health Watch this morning, CBS's Vicki Barker tells us
Hims & Hers Health has just agreed to stop selling compound versions of Novo Nordisk's Wegovy and other weight loss drugs. Novo Nordisk is dismissing its patent infringement lawsuit against the telehealth company. In exchange, the drug maker's branded weight loss medicines will be sold through the Hims & Hers platform. In a statement, Novo Nordisk says it reserves the right to refile its lawsuit in the future if necessary.
The Justice Department reached a settlement in its antitrust lawsuit against Ticketmaster and its parent company Live Nation. The case alleged there was an illegal monopoly over live events in the U.S. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 488 points. This is CBS News.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at Amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit recyclerightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you.
Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Recycling isn't just about tossing materials in a bin, it's about knowing which materials are accepted. Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
I'm Dalton Barrett for News
News Radio WGNS. And here are some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Monday, March the 9th, 2026. Authorities in Murfreesboro are crediting quick action by students and campus police for stopping a string of electric scooter thefts at Middle Tennessee State University. According to the MTSU Police Department, an alert student noticed an abandoned scooter and reported it to officers, who soon spotted two individuals nearby matching descriptions from a recently issued BOLO alert. After further investigation, police determined the suspects, neither of whom are students, were connected to multiple scooter thefts across the campus. Officers recovered 9 stolen scooters and took both individuals into custody. Campus police say that the case highlights the importance of the see something, say something approach, and they continue to urge students and staff in Murfreesboro to secure scooters and bicycles with proper locks to prevent future thefts. Meanwhile, police in Mount Juliet are also highlighting the impact of proactive policing and crime-fighting technology. Officers there arrested a 20-year-old Nashville man after a license plate reader alerted authorities that a vehicle tied to felony crimes had entered the city along Old Lebanon Dirt Road. Police quickly located the vehicle at Laurel Valley Apartments and took the suspect into custody without incident. Authorities later confirmed that he was wanted in Sumner County on felony burglary and vandalism charges. Law enforcement leaders say coordinate policing efforts are helping to keep communities like Mount Juliet safe, while similar proactive work is also gaining attention in nearby Smyrna and all across Rutherford County. A Murfreesboro man is facing multiple serious charges following an investigation by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Authorities say the probe began after the 16th Judicial District Attorney General Jennings Jones requested an investigation into allegations involving a 46-year-old, Justin Holder. TBI agents presented the case to the Rutherford County Grand Jury. The panel returned several indictments, including 1 count of aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor, along with charges related to disseminating unlawful photographs, unlawful exposure intended to cause emotional distress, and multiple counts of unlawful photography in violation of privacy. Holder surrendered at the Rutherford County Jail in Murfreesboro and was later released after posting a $75,000 bond as the case moves forward through the court system. Meanwhile, authorities across Rutherford County are warning residents about increasingly sophisticated scams targeting local victims. In one recent case, a county resident lost nearly $40,000 after scammers posed as deputies and used a spoofed phone number to make it appear like the calls were coming from the sheriff's office. The callers claimed the victim faced arrest and instructed him to deposit cash into a Bitcoin ATM to avoid going to jail. The scheme escalated as scammers falsely claimed additional charges had been added and even impersonated District Attorney Jennings Jones. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office is reminding residents that law enforcement will never demand payment over the phone to avoid arrest and encourages anyone receiving suspicious calls to hang up and contact authorities directly. Murfreesboro is celebrating a big moment on the basketball court as the Blackman Lady Blaze are headed to the TSSAA Class 4A state tournament after a hard-fought 48-45 sectional win over Nolensville. 5th-ranked Blackman built a narrow halftime lead before falling behind through much of the third quarter, but the Lady Blaze surged back with a strong fourth-quarter push to secure the victory. Layla Hall led the scoring effort with 18 points, while Sam Garner added 14, helping Blackman capitalize at the free throw line in the final minutes. The Lady Blaze now advance to the state tournament at Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, where they'll face Collierville in Thursday's final Class 4A matchup of the day. While Blackman continues its postseason run, another Rutherford County program saw its season come to a close as Stewart's Creek fell to Page in sectional play. Meanwhile, another Murfreesboro school is celebrating a historic championship moment. Providence Christian Academy captured both the boys and girls TSSAA Division II Class A state titles on the same day in Clarksville. The Lady Lions secured a 60-49 victory over University School of Jackson, powered by Daisy Gale. Hale, who scored 20 points and earned tournament MVP honors. Later that same day, the PCA boys completed the double championship win with a 60-48 win over Battleground Academy. Chris Washington Jr. led the Lions with 18 points and 7 rebounds, capping a remarkable day for Murfreesboro basketball and Rutherford County athletics. That's all for now. For updates on these and many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, WGNSradio.com. You can also follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook, as well as X. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to leave a rating or a review on Spotify and iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or share it with a friend. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network, and I'll talk to you later.
At Maples Realty and Auction, we handle traditional sales, auctions, and property management. And we have a development called The Maples with local builders and amenities. This is Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction. Let us help you get your property sold.
When it's time to buy or sell, trust the name your neighbors know.
I refer a lot of clients to Maples Realty when we have real estate issues that are coming up. Working with Maples has been easy for me, easy for my clients.
Our people, that's the difference.
Maples Realty and Auction.
Sold Maples Realty and Auction.
Here's Marcia Saulfeld with First Mortgage, a department of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee.
Friday nights are all about football, teamwork, strategy, and moving the ball forward. And when it comes to your mortgage, I bring that same game plan to help you win. Whether it's buying your first home, upgrading, or even refinancing to save big. From first downs to first homes, and from refinancing to new beginnings, I'll work with you every step of the way. Call me, Marcia Saulfeld at First Mortgage, and let's open the door to your future.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NLMS 401715.
This is News Radio WGNS, Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
All right, strap in. Big week of sports here. So tonight, you heard Dalton talk about the Blackman girls and their win on Saturday. Well, the Blackman boys are going to try to do the same thing. Okay, so they will be in action tonight. The Blackman boys taking on Ravenwood and the Raptors. Our pregame coverage at 6:45, tip-off at 7 o'clock. John Dinkins and I will be at Blackman to bring you that game. If the Blackman boys win, they'll cut down the nets and also be in the state tournament next week. We're going to get some reports tonight as well from Danny Brewer, who will be at Eagleville this evening, getting us updates and halftime and post-game reports. So that's coming up tonight right here on WGNS. Kind of light Tuesday and Wednesday, but boy, do we crank it up on Thursday. So Thursday, we've got the Lady Raiders opening up Conference USA tournament play with Missouri State. Yeah, they just played Missouri State on Saturday, so they're going to turn around and in 5 days play them again on a neutral floor down in Huntsville. At the same time, about 30 minutes later, over on WGNSradio.com, we'll have Blackman versus Collierville, and that'll be girls state tournament coverage. Then on Thursday evening at 5 o'clock, we're going to have the Blue Raider men as they open up conference play with Louisiana Tech. Anybody wins, they play on Friday. Or I will say those who win will play on Friday. And then those who play on Friday and win will play on Saturday in championship games. So we'll see how that all goes for our local teams. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner coming up this Saturday. It'll be our last show of the season. We'll have some spring sports coaches, maybe a little basketball conversation in there for you as well. And that's what's coming up in local sports at 10:36. Time to check the news from Access Tennessee.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Will Dudley. Wilmore, no more. Wilson County native Barry Wilmore, a retired NASA astronaut, has ended his short bid for Tennessee governor after voting records showed he recently lived and voted in Texas due to his work. That disqualifies him according to the state constitution. This provision states to run for governor, you shall have been a citizen of the state for 7 years before the election. The qualifying deadline to run statewide for statewide office is March 10th. A well-known Murfreesboro realtor under criminal investigation by the TBI and local authorities, Justin Holder, was arrested following a grand jury indictment. He's facing a slew of charges, including aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor, 2 counts of disseminating unlawful photographs, 2 counts of unlawful exposure, 4 counts of unlawful photographing in violation of privacy. Holder surrendered himself to the Rutherford County Jail Friday. He posted a $75,000 bond and was released. More news in 30 seconds.
This is Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Mills Family Pharmacy on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
You or your loved one are on a complex medication regimen. We can pack that into a multi-dose planner that's labeled correctly, that simplifies your life.
Mills Family Pharmacy, dedicated to providing customers with services that are customized to meet their needs.
Your medication's dispensed in a 30-day multi-dose planner, labeled correctly with each individual medication on each packet.
Mills Family Pharmacy, next to Toots on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
Also in Middle Tennessee, MTSU police think they've cracked the case on recent scooter thefts on campus. Police say 2 people have been arrested, neither of which are students. We're told tips from the public and quick observation from a campus police officer resulted in 9 scooters being recovered. Those 2 people were charged, according to officials. Meanwhile, thousands of dollars worth of scooter thefts are part of the overall investigation. Will Dudley, Access Tennessee News.
Do your sinus infections always seem to come back no matter what you do? The pressure builds, the headaches drag on, the congestion makes it hard to sleep, hard to focus, hard to feel like yourself. Here's what most people don't actually know. Sinus infections keep coming back because your sinuses can't fully drain. That's why the pressure, the headaches, and the congestion keep coming back time and time again. Balloon sinuplasty gently opens your sinuses in a quick, in-office procedure so the infections can finally clear. At Murfreesboro Sinus Center, they've helped thousands of patients break free from the sinus infection cycle so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and finally feel like yourself again. Don't wait another season fighting sinus pain. Call Murfreesboro Sinus Center today at 615-649-4590 to see if balloon sinuplasty is right for you. Call 615-649-4590. That's 615-649-4590.
When it comes to your child's health, you want care that's close, convenient,
and centered around the needs of your family.
At MMC Pediatrics, we're more than just doctors.
We're partners in your parenting journey.
Here for every growth spurt, for every boo-boo, every fever, and every flu.
Our team approach means that your child always sees someone that knows them.
We are MMC Pediatrics.
We are right beside you.
Every step of the way.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
And our show today, Rutherford Issues, is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Sharing Change is what MTE members are doing to make a difference, rounding up their monthly bills. And it supports local nonprofits. You can see how it works at sharingchange.org. That's sharingchange.org. Well, we're going to talk about the Center for the Arts today. Carrie Bowe joins us, Business Operations Director.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I was looking at that and I was thinking, so that means just about anything.
Yes. Yep, pretty much. Anything that's the building or finance or basically not the people.
Yeah.
Anything not program related. Yeah.
So, if we need paper towels in the bathroom, we know where to get that done.
Correct.
Yeah, I understand. That's one of those catch-all titles.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So what's going on at the center? You've been pretty busy. February is March is a little different. This transition time, I guess.
Exactly. February was actually pretty busy for us. We're actually kind of getting into high gear with classes are back in session, and we've got shows and auditions and just getting back into the flow for 2026.
Yeah.
So we've got we're planning well far in advance this year. Our CSA summer camp schedule is out.
Already?
So yes, we've already got 30 people registered, and
That's
it went
crazy.
out. It went live on Friday. So, but there's kindergarten through 12th grade, so there's a camp for everybody. We've got level up camps as well, which is kind of for those that want to focus a little bit more on one particular thing. But registration's open on at our website, not our box office, at boroarts.org. And then we actually have a new thing this year as well. We've got a spring break camp. So that's from March 30th to April 3rd. And it runs from 9 to 3. And it's for, the parents that still have to work during spring break and are looking for, an activity for their kids. So that is also on our website.
So the spring break, when did that camp actually go up?
Last week as well.
Okay.
Yep. So both of those are live now.
Well, that's, just in a few weeks. So
it is.
yeah.
It is. And it, I wish that I had something like that when my kids were younger, so I didn't have to take a week off of work. But it's 9 to 3. And it functions just like our summer camps. So
now, do we find that on under the education tab?
It is under the education tab.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just scrolling down to see if I could rustle it up here, but anyway, that's definitely where you can find it.
Yes.
I just saw this at the bottom of the page, and it made me think about the newsletter. Is that a good place to get information like this?
Absolutely. If you sign up for the newsletter, it goes out once every 2 weeks, I believe. And that's got all of our upcoming events and everything. That it'll have links directly to the sign-ups, to purchase tickets. Anything that we've got actively going on will go out in that newsletter.
Okay. Well, that is an important link. And if you've got kiddos that are interested in the camps and all, because they do fill up pretty quick.
They fill up very quickly, and space is limited in all of them.
Yeah.
Just because we do have space limitations in the building and, teacher limitations and whatnot. So, but they do fill up very quick. Like I said, our summer camp registration went live on Friday. We've already got 30 people signed up. So
that's wild. I was just looking at that. The summer camp sign up that's there. So it looks like a lot of fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun for the kids. It's, they're full days with them. And in the course of a week, they start on Monday, and by Friday afternoon, they're putting on a full show. So,
I wonder if a lot of folks or people who will come to shows, if they don't have children, maybe they don't know, or maybe even if they do have children, they may not know that you have. I mean, that makes up a lot of what you do, maybe even more so than putting on shows.
It does. It does. We've definitely become more kind of education focused and more community focused. And that's not to say that, our main stage productions aren't as important, because they are. They're just important in a different way. But we have increased our class offerings for students, in addition to the types of classes that we have. We used to just have our production classes, and now we've got visual arts and we've got photography, and there's tech focused classes for students who don't necessarily want to be on stage. They want to learn how to do stuff backstage. We've got dance classes now, and so in tandem with our Voice Academy, our educational offerings have grown substantially over the last couple of years.
So if you go to boroarts.org and click on education, and if you hover over education or tap on it on your phone, you're going to see summer classes, adult classes, vocal academy, teen academy. And I'm sure that all of those are going to be very busy this summer, too.
Very much so. Very much so. And you mentioned adult classes. Those classes right now that are available for registration start in March. But we had adults all the time. Like, you have classes for kids. What about us? Well, we have that now. We've got acting and musical theater, dance, and different opportunities for them, and they're leveled as well. So you can take a basic acting 1 adult class in the spring, And then, basic acting 2 is offered in the fall. So we get, we grow that a little bit as they go through the program.
Well, a lot to see. So boroarts.org. Good place to also buy tickets, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. So, but for the education part, and I think we hit it pretty frequently here on the show, but just make sure that folks out there know that this is a wonderful offering, a wonderful chance to really catch up with what's going on with the kiddos. That newsletter, go ahead and get that signed up for that. Carrie Bowe joining us, the Business Operations Director. And let's see, we've talked about the summer schedule being out. Did we hit all of the classes?
We did.
Okay.
We hit the class stuff, yes.
Well, let's talk about Tuck Everlasting.
Sure. So Tuck Everlasting opened last weekend. That is one of our teen company shows. It's also part of our community series. And what that means is it's not part of our 8-show main stage. We have a community series as well that it's different types of shows that we add bonus shows throughout the year that are just different offerings to the community. But what makes this one special is it's our teen company. There are 7 teen actors in the show, and they're partnered with adult mentors in that program. So as they're going through the rehearsal process, they're also going through a learning process. And the teen company is an auditioned. Once a year, they audition to join or get into our teen company. They do 2 performances, but we've got one more weekend of Tuck Everlasting, and tickets are on the website, boroarts.org. Go to main stage. Tickets will be there. They're also on the main homepage. But Heather Steele directed it, and she did a beautiful job with it. If you know the story, it's a condensed version. But it's so beautifully done, and just the growth that the kids that are in the program have made over the last couple weeks working with their adult mentors. And you can see them, even with the run of the show now, they're constantly talking to each other. And I did this, how can I do it better? And it's just preparing those kids for kind of the next stage. It's the middle ground between our Center Stage Academy and our main stage, where they can, they're have outgrown CSA, but they're not quite ready for main stage. So it's a good learning process for them as well.
But yet they get that main stage experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It gets them acclimated to what an actual rehearsal schedule is like in a theater like ours.
And they're going to see that growth. This opportunity is going to help them to make the move to that.
Exactly. Yeah. And it doesn't just help them with theater, obviously, that's what it is, but it helps them with things like public speaking or just being comfortable in front of a group. Learning that you've got to enunciate, diction and projection and things like that are important. So,
Tuck Everlasting, kind of what is that? Give us an overview of what it's about.
Sure. So Winnie Foster is 11 years old. She lives with her grandmother, and one day decides that she's just going to go out and adventure through the woods, and she stumbles upon Jesse Tuck at a spring. And he tells her that can't drink from it, and it's a big, huge secret. And long story short, his family drank from it 80 plus years ago and have not aged a day since. And so it's the abbreviated version that we have kind of goes through a quick her integration into the family to begin with. Her and Jesse make this plan that when she turns 17, she's going to drink the water too, and they're going to go off and get married. Spoiler, that doesn't happen.
Some things don't work out that way, right?
Exactly. But it's the idea of like an eternal springtime.
Yeah. That's a cool cool offering for this time of the year and coming off Valentine's Day and stuff. So cool. So one more weekend of that, right?
One more weekend. Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon. We don't have a Saturday evening performance with this one.
Okay. And then we've got more coming up. And what's the next show?
So the next show
I'm trying to find
There
it
might be, there may be a bonus show in April.
Okay.
There may be an announcement coming soon.
Oh.
But the Legally Blonde is in May.
Legally
So
Blonde.
that opens in May, and they're well into rehearsals. And then actually March 19th and 20th, we have auditions for Hairspray. So the thing with that is, for those of you who audition all the time, please note this is a Thursday and Friday and not a Sunday, Monday audition.
Okay. A little different.
A little bit different. But the audition information is also on the website under the main stage auditions. But yeah, we're again ramping up into a busy summer. Another new thing that we started too is what is called a Page to Stage program. And it's basically one Saturday morning a month, we take a book for kids and we talk through that. And part of that for this month, with March being Dr. Seuss month, we do have a free public performance of Cat in the Hat on March 14th at 10 o'clock. It's only about 35 minutes long, but there's roughly 120 sound cues in it.
Oh, wow.
We just finished our field trips with that show, and it's so much fun. And if your kids know the book, we had 100 kindergartners talking along with it because it's just the book put to stage. So it's a good time. It's a nice new thing that we've got offered too.
Well, that's cool. So March 14th, that's coming up this weekend.
It is this weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Valerie Hamill is at the gallery, so just a few more weeks of that.
Yes. So she's an illustrator who does digital drawings, and a good portion of what we have in the gallery right now is... They can stay on the floor. It's fine. Okay. Is she has done drawings of buildings in the community. So there's one of marinas. There's one of the center.
Oh, nice.
So, we kind of incorporated that into the concept of our town with our 30th season, and we wanted to kind of pay homage to where we're from and whatnot. So a good portion of that is Murfreesboro places. But things like pasta and sewing machines, and it's absolutely fantastic.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So stop in, I guess, any time for the next couple of weeks to see that?
So our gallery is open from 9:30 to 3:30, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, it's open all day long. Sundays we're closed, but Saturdays from 9 to 5.
Okay.
And then Friday evenings it opens back up at 6 o'clock when we've got performances. So.
All right, very good. And you can get season passes, all of that. Everything we've talked about, check borougharts.org on the website there. Carrie, thanks for coming in today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Gary Bowe with Center for the Arts here today on Rutherford Issues, and that's going to do it for our program. If you came in a little late, want to find out about summer camps or that spring break camp, we'll have the podcast up shortly at WGNSradio.com. Until next time, take care out there.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has